Right, man. There's been another tragic piece of news that came out of Memphis, Tennessee. Now, the same house where they found a white Mercedes connected to the murder of young Dolph is now the scene of another murder. That's right. A man was shot dead at the house near Bradley and Barron Street earlier today. Now, witnesses said they saw a man they saw a woman screaming, running towards the house, and a black sedan speeding off. They said the suspect is currently at large. Now, this was it's when I seen, that the videos came out of, the Benz being taken out on the tow truck. I said in the back of my head, I didn't want to put it on the video, but I said in the back of my head, I'm like, dog, like, somebody's going to get that location. Somebody's going to know where it is, and they're going to be like, all right, if this person was connected, if they lived here or they parked the car there, we got to go lay somebody down over here. This is just common sense. If you've been in the streets and you know how the streets work, you know what it is, especially in an area like that. You know what I'm saying? And not even an area like that. It can happen anywhere, but just the things are so heightened right now. Everything is going crazy. I got people from the ground hit me up on IG from Memphis. People that are close to Dolph. Friends that grew up with him, and they telling me it's very, very hectic. It's very, very crazy down there. Like, not even faking it. Like, it's a situation where things are really getting turned up to the level where, they talking about the National Guard coming in. Not saying that might not help anything, maybe for the short term, but yeah, things are popping. Now, this comes by way, of the news station down there, you know, um, in in Memphis. Now I'm gonna play the clip real quick. I'm gonna play a little clip from the news, and then I'll be right back to give a little bit more commentary. Here's the clip from the news, the local news down in Orange Mound, Memphis.
HHNU, moments ago, we learned that the victim of this shooting has died. I can tell you that it's still a very active scene out here right now. The crime scene stretches about halfway down Bradley Street. Memphis police responded to the shooting around 2 o'clock. When they arrived, they found a person who had been shot and was pronounced dead on the scene. Witnesses tell us they heard 5 to 6 gunshots, then saw a woman running and screaming in the direction of where the shooting took place. Memphis police say the suspect drove away in a black sedan and remains on the run tonight. The shooting happened a few feet away from a house where a vehicle matching the description of the getaway car potentially used in Young Dolph's murder was being seen towed away on yesterday. MPD has not confirmed that that vehicle was involved in Young Dolph's shooting, and they haven't said if it's connected to this shooting today.
So, as per the report, they're pretty much coming out saying that, as per the police report, the police are not saying whether it's connected or not. But I mean, what a coincidence! What a coincidence that on the same street, the same area where the car, was located, somebody was actually killed. Now, remember, when soon as Dolph died, like a day later, they started locking down areas. They started, it was a report that they locked down Yo Gotti's restaurant and whatnot out there, surrounded with police. And there was a false report that came out about Blac Youngsta's grandma house being targeted, which I found out later that was completely false at the end of the day. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous right now. I mean, you got to remember, this is the darling. This is the darling of that area. He was, reportedly or supposedly in his own neighborhood, according to Project Pat. We had him on the show the other day, and he said that's Dolph's neighborhood. So this is like ultimate betrayal. And an interview that Dolph did. I'm not gonna play it, but he did an interview. I think it was Cigar Talk, and the host asked Dolph about the possibility of him being, something happening to him, in his own neighborhood, and he pretty much said that's a part of, life. And these dudes know what time it is. Obviously, it can happen to anybody, anywhere. But when you're from an area, and I'll keep on saying this, and you know the people in that area, you let your guard down. You let your guard down for a second, and it's like the thing. It's like the boy that cried wolf, right? You'll cry wolf, and nobody's there. You cry, nobody's there. But then the time when you need something, or the time that you think that, okay, I went to McKeeble's this time, that time. I went there 10 times in the last 3 weeks. This time I go, It was just the wrong time. So it's just human nature. It's human nature. But the only thing we could do from the situation is learn from it. Learn from it. Even if you're not a celebrity, even if you're not that type of person, if you got a little bit of clout, a little bit of prestige, a little bit of notoriety, understand that you could possibly be a target. This happens sometimes. People are just randomly targeted. So the whole gun thing, right? I'm not going to say because it's open carry that this goes on. People are being shot because at the end of the day, you hear the cliche, like it's not the gun that kills people or that shoots people, it's the people that shoot the gun. 100% real, but it's not only that the fact that there's open carry, it's the fact that the conditions that these people are in with the open carry. Now, if you had an open carry and the medium income was $200,000, you ain't going to see as much crime. But if you got open carry and there's no jobs, there's lack of opportunity, there's poverty, there's drugs, there's gangs and things like that, then naturally, the numbers are going to be higher. I mean, if you look at America, early on in America, you look at certain ethnic groups that were in America when they were in what they call the ghettos of America. Everybody, you go back and watch the old Irish, mobster film, the Italian mobster films. Everybody was killing each other. Irish people, Italian people, they were going at each other, burying each other, doing what they did. What's happened was the social order of America sought out to say, okay, we can't really have this. We can't have these people doing this. So what we got to do is give them industry. We're going to have, our labor force, teach them these certain jobs for certain things, and we're going to move them in slowly but surely, raising the medium income up, raising the poverty line up for these people. So whereas they're not below the poverty line, they're super above the poverty line, and they got massive wealth right now. So when you got massive wealth, you're in abundance. Just to make a long story short, when you have things in abundance, you're less likely to go kill. You're less likely to go steal. You're less likely to go